Hello, it's Jim Hutchins for the Jerusalem Connection Spot Report for this week. Well, in the interest of full disclosure, I must say at the outset, I was born and raised in Indiana, Kokomo, Indiana, as a matter of fact. Yes, Virginia, that's a real place. And I am a happy Hoosier, and I'll tell you why. I'm so pleased to see that Donald Trump has chosen Mike Pence, a Hoosier, as his running mate. And why is that? Two main reasons. Number one, Mike and his family are solidly Christian, evangelical Christian. His whole family. His wife, for example, was in a woman's Bible fellowship held on Friday and hosted by Joanne Kemp, who was the wife of Jack Kemp. My wife was a part of that for years. Got to know Mrs. Pence. Mrs. Pence and was recognized the faith of this woman and this family. So they're solidly evangelicals. But for Mike more so, he is a fierce supporter of Israel. Solid in his support of Israel. I had occasion during his time in Congress, on a number of occasions actually, to go before him, visit him on issues related to Israel. He was a part of what was then the Israel Allies Caucus. It was very prominent at that time. And talked with him, encouraged him with regard to issues like an undivided Jerusalem, like moving the embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. And he was staunchly in support of Israel, was then and is today. And I think that's very important for our candidates. And I'm persuaded, frankly, that a leader's stance on Israel, in most cases, I would say most cases, not only many, but most cases, reflects a moral fiber that in most cases are based upon the Scripture's values and the morals depicted in the Scriptures. That is not true of the Clinton administration, Hillary Clinton, or of Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders, I would say, and I mean what I say in this, for all practical purposes, his attitude toward Israel is as a Jewish anti-Semite. That's not the case. That's just the opposite with the Pences. And Mike will serve well there. And I think we need to recognize that he, for all practical purposes, is a Christian Zionist. I don't know whether he would use that term or not. But recently, Prime Minister Netanyahu said the best friends that Israel has in all the world are Christian Zionists. And what is a Christian Zionist? I define a Christian Zionist as one who supports the modern state of Israel as the partial fulfillment of God's covenant promise to make a homeland for the Jewish people. The promised land. Who made the promise? God, Yahweh himself. Who did he make the promise to? The descendants of Abraham, the Jews. So that is happening. It's taken root in 1948. It's growing even as we speak. And it's yet to recognize its Messiah, however. But that will come. So I think we need to pray. The Scriptures tell us in Daniel chapter 4, verse 17, the Most High is sovereign over the kingdoms of men. He gives them to anyone that he wishes. And I think God's people should pray that if it's God's wish, that he would bring into the leadership of our country the Trump-Pence ticket. Scriptures also tell us in Romans chapter 13, verse 1, everyone must submit himself to the governing authorities. Why is that? For there is no authority. There is no authority except that which God has established. Authorities that exist have been established by God. And may it be his will to establish pro-Israel and reflect the same morals and values based upon the Scriptures that they would reflect as a result of their stance. That's very important. And I believe God's people should, in these days, pray to that end. Till next week, Od Ki Yavo Shiloh, or until Messiah comes, Yivarecha Yahweh. Yahweh bless you, bless those you love, and bless those who love you.